Hey guys, it's Brian the Shaving Geek here with another episode of My Shave of the Day. Had a wonderful, wonderful shave today to start out this special day, Mother's Day, but also my birthday. And so this was my birthday shave today. Didn't use any new products, but I used some stuff that's been in my den. Some a little bit newer than others, but all around enjoyed this shave from start to finish. Today I also want to show you a few of the things that I received for my birthday, and then also show you a couple of things that I bought my wife for Mother's Day, and so we will get to all of that today. For my brush today, I used my Plisson Synthetic, and you know I love this brush. This brush is a great performer, super soft, and it lathered the soap that I used today with ease, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful shave. And we'll come back to this brush here in a little bit because I want to kind of talk about it a little bit more when we're discussing the soap. But let's go to the razor. Today for my birthday shave, I got out my Toggle. This is a relative newcomer to my den. You've seen it a couple of times. Recently, back from Razor Emporium, where they replated it in rhodium, and just absolutely love this razor. Not just because it's a Toggle, not because of the rarity of it, but I just love this razor because of the performance. And in fact, this razor has jumped to the top maybe 3 razors that I have in my den. Again, like I said, it's not just because of the hype or because it's a Toggle per se or because of the rarity of it. You know, I have a Fat Boy. I've got an executive Fat Boy, and so many people are looking for those, want those. And for me, I just like it. It's not even in my top 10 razors that I own. But this is definitely up there. My top 3 razors probably right now are my DE89, this Toggle, and my grandfather's Milord. Now, if I had to choose one razor as my favorite razor, it would be my grandfather's Milord, simply because of sentimental reasons. It's a great shaver. Not the prettiest razor that I have, but you know, I would probably choose that as my number 1. But again, this razor is just a great performer and is definitely in the top 3 razors that I own, I would say. Comfortable shaver. I love the heft on this. The heft on this compared to the Fat Boy just seems to be a little bit nicer. Now, I've never weighed them side by side, so you know that's just me holding it in my hand and how it feels. But I just love the feel of this Toggle. And again, the performance on it, comfortable, smooth on a 4. It just performs wonderfully for me. As I said, I used a Big Ben extra super stainless blade. Pete Scavone sent me up, I think 15 of those in a package, and just absolutely love them. So thank you, Pete, for introducing me to those blades. I probably never would have tried them if you hadn't introduced them to me. You know, right now, my top blades are probably Gillette Silver Blues and those Lord Extra Super Stainless. I like Kai's probably from a performance perspective better, but from a price perspective, compared to how they perform, to me, Kai's are a little bit overpriced. That's just my opinion. You know, the packs that I see of those Kai blades are about $5 for a 5-pack. I think you may be able to get 100 of them on eBay for like $45. But when you can get Gillette Silver Blues for, you know, 100 for 17 bucks or whatever, and I don't exactly remember what the Lord Extra Super Stainless are, but they're, you know, maybe a little bit more than the Gillette Silver Blues, but not as much as the Kai's. You know, to me, the performance and the price compared together, I think they're just a better blade for me. But anyhow, I digress. Today, for my soap, I used W.M. Newman's 1911. This is just an absolute great scent. Whew, I absolutely love this scent. It's just a real manly scent. You know, you've kind of got some gunpowder and some, I don't even remember all the stuff that's going on here, but this is just an awesome scent. And really enjoy it. Now, this puck is one of the hardest pucks that I have in my den. I mean, I'm pushing on that as hard as I can, and I'm not even making a dent. So I would say this is probably the hardest puck that I have in my den. And this being the softest brush that I have in my den, I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work. I put some hot water on this to bloom it, and went to the puck, loaded it for about 30 seconds, as I do with every soap, and had absolutely no problem whatsoever generating lather. This soap seems to have a bit of a reputation of sometimes being hard to lather, and I had no issues whatsoever. From personal experience, I've had some issues lathering this soap. Using my Semogue 1438, I think I used my Owner's Club 2012, and was eventually able to get those dialed in with this soap. But it really did surprise me how well this worked, loading off of a fairly hard puck, and had just plenty of soap for a 3-pass shave, and I had, definitely soap left over. Now, one of the other things I just wanted to point out, and this is just a minor, ticky-tacky kind of thing, but there's been a little bit of conversation in the last week or so with regards to the composition of containers. Chris Bailey, I think, put out a video with regards to not really liking metal containers because they ding, and so on and so forth. And then somebody else, posted with regards to, use plastic containers because you can recycle them. Or don't use plastic containers because, it takes so much longer for them to break down. Use metal containers because you can recycle them. And somebody else is like, no, you can recycle the plastic ones, and kind of all this stuff going back and forth. Well, definitely you can recycle these in most locations, or in many locations. For example, this is a #1 peat type plastic, so in most locations you're going to be able to recycle this plastic piece. But I'm with Chris, I think, with regards to the metal containers, not just because of the reaction that some of them tend to maybe have, and rust and all that kind of stuff, but this is an example of a plastic bottom but a metal top, and you can just see how this is dinged. You bang this almost with your fingernail and you can ding it. So definitely don't care for that too much. I love the look, the metal and the plastic. It looks great, but then it just gets dinged, and then it just doesn't kind of look that great anymore. So, but that's a ticky-tacky kind of thing. Doesn't affect the performance of the soap, which was awesome. The smell of the soap, which is awesome. But just my opinion on that. Now, I paired that today with Tombstone from How to Grow a Mustache and now Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. And this is just, I love this scent. Whew. I do. I don't have, in my opinion, a more manly aftershave than this. I've joked about this being an aftershave that Chuck Norris wore once, and he decided that he wasn't man enough to wear it. But this is just a great, great scent to me. You got leather, you've got gunpowder, you've got tobacco and geranium, bergamot, rose, all of that stuff going on in here. And I've said this before. Ryan Stephen Green described this as being smacked in the face by every spaghetti western ever made. Absolutely best way to describe this aftershave. I love it. And the other thing that I absolutely love about this is the way it pairs with the 1911 from W.M. Newman. Now, I have, sometimes I have a difficulty pairing certain soaps with what aftershaves, and I don't have an extensive collection of aftershaves, but I have a number. I probably have, I don't know, I've not even counted them, but maybe 15 to 20 aftershaves, which obviously is a good number. But, I don't have an aftershave to match every soap. And obviously, many times, those are the pairings that are going to be the best. Pair LMR with LMR. Pair Americash with Americash. Pair Parasso Green with Parasso aftershave. Those have a tendency, a lot of times, I think, to be the better pairings. But to have a soap from one maker and an aftershave from another, I don't think I have in my den a better pairing than these two. To me, this is just an absolute match made in heaven. And this, to me, is, I don't think you can get more manly than these two put together. I joke, but only partially joke, that you put these on and you better be careful, because the testosterone overload is going to kick in, and you're going to find yourself wanting to fight people and all that. But this is just absolutely great. I love these two together. It's a great, great combination, and it was just a great way to start my day. And so really enjoyed it. It was a great way to start my birthday shave, or to start and to end my birthday shave. Now, on to the products that my mom gave me for my birthday. So my mom gave me some vintage shaving stuff today for my birthday. First of all, this brush here, this rubber set brush. It's a rubber set 507, and this is going to be going to Thomas to be reknotted and restored. So looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful brush to have in my den. Then my mom also gave me this Micromatic here, which I am very, very excited to try. I have several different Micromatics, but I have one that's very similar to this right here, except that this one that my mom gave me, and you can see they both have the same, basically the same end. They look very, very similar, but the one that my mom gave me is an open comb variety, and so I'm very excited to try that out and see how that works. And then the other thing that my mom got me was a straight razor. And I have a straight. I'm going to be sending it off tomorrow. I've got a gold dollar that somebody piffed to me. I used it once, really enjoyed it, but I was like, I really don't want to get into straights. I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole, and so I'm sending the gold dollar off. And then lo and behold, my mom gives me this. And it's not an exceptional straight razor that it's not like it's a double duck or anything like that. But what is really cool about this that I found very, very interesting is that this, and I don't even know, it's I think it's a Robeson Sure Edge is what it's called. But the really cool thing is, and I don't know if you can see it, but it was made in Rochester, New York, and living in upstate New York, that's something that I think is very, very cool. So glad to have this. I think I'm going to be reaching out to Anthony and getting this sent out for some honing, getting it cleaned up, and I guess I am, after all, going to be going down that rabbit hole of straight razors. Now, one last thing before I get off of here, and this is going to be a little bit of a long video, but today for Mother's Day, I got my wife a few soaps from Soap Commander. And the first one I got for her is Love. And this is just a phenomenal rose scent. Woo! I mean, it's super strong. It just smells like putting your face into a dozen roses. To me, I think this beats Klar in as far as a rose scent goes. Just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Now, the other soap that I got and I actually got the matching balm for this. I didn't get the matching balm for this, although they did throw in a sample. But my wife kind of was about the rose scents when I had talked to her about it before. So I didn't get the balm. But this one here I thought she would really, really love. And this is the Relaxation. It is a white tea and ginger. And this is a lot more faint than the rose. The rose is a very, very robust. This is a little bit more faint. But boy, it's just a wonderful, wonderful scent. And I thought this would be kind of girly. It's not. I'm looking forward to using this. And then, as the wise man Chris Cullen has always said, there is no scent that is too floral if you're man enough to rock it. So definitely going to have to rock the Love. Got them for my wife for Mother's Day. But anyhow, this is Brian the Shaving Geek reporting live from my shave den, having had a wonderful day, and I hope that you have as well. Wishing you a lifetime of happy shaves. Have a great day, everybody.